Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make the plastic puff or carnation flowers for Pop to Fleur, the outreach arm of the Fiberart Guild of Pittsburgh's Fiberart International 2016. So for the puff flowers, you're going to need your plastic bags to be mostly one color. I have a mix here of orange and red, but you're going to be working with orange bags, red bags, pink bags, and white bags. So that's going to be our color range for the puff flowers for Pop to Fleur. So here's what you're going to need. To make a smaller puff, it's like 4 inches across, you're going to need about 5 plastic bags. Now I'm using newspaper bags for this. These are from the Pittsburgh Tribune. But if you're using department store bags, the sort of more rectangular ones, you may be able to use as few as 3. So anywhere from 3 to 5 plastic bags. You're gonna need chicken wire for the base, wire cutters, and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. We're gonna be making a smaller one. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is cut out a base of chicken wire that is 7 whole cells. So that's a ring of 6 with 1 in the middle. So here's our base. We're really going to be only concerned about working with this middle square, but you're going to appreciate having these other squares to hold on to manipulate the plastic and the chicken wire, and you're not going to scratch your fingers so much. So now we're going to prep our plastic bags. You want some kind of a rectangle here. So we are not being too precise about this. So you want something that's about this size. It's around, 6-7 inches long, because eventually we're gonna squinch it into this little tie. So for the newspaper bags, you get 3 pieces out of them. For a grocery bag, you can get 4 pieces out of them. So I had 5 bags, cut them into thirds. That means I have 15 pieces here. I'm going to show you real quick how to prep a regular grocery store plastic bag. So if you're working with a plastic bag with handles on it, you need to make it square first. So what you're going to do is cut off the handles, and you'll save them because we'll use them later. And then take about 3 fingers widths off the bottom and save this. We'll use it as well. Smooth it out. This is a short plastic bag. Yours might be longer. That's okay. And then we'll cut it into 4ths. So that's how you prepare a grocery bag with handles. So now we're gonna start tying. We have our pile of plastic bag cuts. You'll notice that actually each of these is hollow, so it's 2 layers of plastic bag doubled over. That's okay. Squinch down the cut ends, and then we're gonna tie 1 tie into every bar of this central cell. You just have to do 1 knot. You don't have to double knot it or anything. So 1 of these around every bar. So here's our first round. So it's got some puff, it's not totally full and ready yet. Here's what it looks like from the back. You can see there's 6 knots all around. So we're basically just gonna do the same thing again. So we're gonna tie an additional knot around every bar. So I'm just gonna go around again. So now we're gonna tie 2 knots to every bar. I'm using 12 plastic bag pieces total so far for this stage. What gives these flowers their staying power is their density. So the plastic, you may feel like there's a lot of plastic in here, there needs to be. So it really needs to be packed pretty tight in here, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so our second round is done. You can see it's already looking pretty nice and puffy. Again, here's a view from the back. It's just starting to get really dense in here. At this point, this is where we grab hold of this, where you're gonna appreciate your base, because you're gonna grab those remaining chicken wire cells, bend them one direction, and then you're gonna take the plastic bags and just pull them away. So you're starting to shape that flower. And then you're just gonna kind of give it an eye, and you should be able to get it. This should feel like holding on. The only way I can think about it is to feel like you're holding on to a thick ponytail. If it feels flimsy, or if it feels like it just doesn't have enough volume, you add more. So this is where you're just gonna kind of use your own judgment here, and how you add more is you just kind of work it in. You just kind of work it in around. You can work the other knots to the side. Just continue to work it until it feels like it's just got a lot of volume. So now we're gonna control some of this fullness. You notice we have one plastic bag left, so I'm gonna hold it in one hand, pull it away, and then I'm gonna take this final piece and wrap it around the base of the knots, like so. Tie it firmly. And this you can double knot if you have enough, if you've left yourself enough plastic. Which I haven't, but that's okay. So, and then this band of plastic acts like just like a ponytail holder and kind of forces everything upwards. So this is where we are right now. Now, you're gonna take your scissors and give it a haircut. So you wanna trim some of this away until it's really spherical and round. Don't go too crazy. You wanna keep the flower about 3 to 4 inches in diameter. Probably 4 inches is about what you're gonna get. You can see I'm just trimming away until I have, you want it to look like a carnation. Round. And there you go. You have your flower on the base. After you've made the flower, you can widen the base out again, and you're gonna see that that lends some more control and structure to the flower. When we're done, when we're ready to assemble these, we'll clip this away, and that's how we're gonna attach it to the bird netting later on. But don't worry about it. Keep the base whole on your flower. So now you can use that exact same technique to make the 8-inch flower. It's a little bit bigger, so we have different scales. For the larger flower, you need the exact same materials, but you need about 3 times as many. So instead of a base of 7 cells, which we used for the 4-inch flower, you're gonna need a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cells. And your flower is gonna take up the central 3. So you're gonna actually need, whereas for this one, I used 5 plastic bags, you would need 15. So 15 or more for this. If you're using the little newspaper bags, if you're using the just the grocery store bags, then you would probably need around 8 or 9. And you're gonna start the same way, tying one tie to every bar, and then slide those ties to the side and go around and tie another one. Evaluate it for fullness, tie it around the base, and then you have, the bottom looks something like that. It's just, you can see it's the same thing, there's just more of it on the big one. Small one has a base of 1, big one has a base of 3.